so welcome back to the crew 2. The summit is out there again. And also the summit Noob is out there again. Noob does summit number 8. The Las Vegas Showdown. It is once more raining. That's what we have with these weather conditions here. First thing first, of course, like always, we first gonna collect whatever it is that we want. It should be good for platinum. 190th. We finished last week. 150,000 followers, 52,000 scrap, a loot digger set with basically perfect with lucky and gold finder as being the affixes, and some pink storm smoke, which is epic. Epic, that means that you can normally buy that thing for 56,000 crew credits or something, I think. It's one of the better ones, let's put it that way. So let's have a look. Next week we have the Burly Brawl. The Flying Germans is the July Summit. The American Way. And Red Bull Spirit is coming soon. That is the new one that came into the calendar. Let's quickly have a look at first this next week thing, because I think it's going to be with Destruction Derby and so by the looks of that picture. I do say quickly look at it because in about 2 hours there is a maintenance, so then we need to be done with this video. Oh my god. It pretty much is only Demolition Derby next week. Bunch of no restrictions. We have a rattlesnake restriction, that is a car. We have a Firenze restriction where you have to drive that thing on a rallycross track. That's the super event. And we also have a Frontiera restriction. So we basically need to have at least the rattlesnake, the Frontiera and the Firenze from these Destruction Derby vehicles. I think on this driver that is already a problem. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's pretty simple. We only have the season pass vehicle, which is the Fender Rattlesnake. So the Frontiera and the Firenze is something that we need to buy for next week. It's not something that we can do now because we have 9,000 bucks. This week's thing, on the other hand, we have Jet Sprint, we have an air race, we have a drift. That's all fine because I have been grinding a little bit. And of course I recalibrated afterwards, that's why I'm so low on bucks, but I have been grinding for the parts. So I have upgraded my Jet Sprint and I have upgraded my air race vehicle. So that should be fine. The drift is fine because that is something that we won last week already. The remaining parts of that complete set, I do think I have recalibrated those. That on the other hand, big super event there is a bit of a problem. It's also a drift car which we have to take over a street race track, but it needs to be a USA car. I think we're gonna have to do a couple of events first before we can actually buy that thing. So we have to go out of the summit quickly and go have a look around to see what the summit bundle is. But I'm afraid that's gonna be like 700,000, yeah, but there's gonna be car in there that I don't need, like here. The Ducati Diavel is not something I need because I already have it. The Aventador Hypercar is not something I need because I get the Hurricane Performante. The Drift on the other hand is something that I could use. Although I do not think that the Viper is the way to go. So what we're going to have to do is go out again, take a look in the catalog and see what we have available. The Acura is drift is a timeline reward, so we cannot get that. Let's see, American Cadillac, they don't have drift cars. Do we have a drift car here? Let's see. Yeah, we have the Camaro. That's 178,000. Not great, but yeah, it would be something. Also, the Stingray has a drift normally. That is almost 300,000. Okay. Let's have a look on Dodge. The Challenger has a drift, I think. 156,000. But yeah, those things are pretty heavy to drift around with. It's tricky business, I think. The Charger, on the other hand, was a pretty good one in the Crew 1. And that's only 140,000. We're probably gonna go for that one, if we can get our hands on it. The Viper is over 300,000, unless we have another one. No, we don't. Ford. What's the price of the Focus? 122,000. Then I think that the Charger is a better idea. What's the price of the Ford GT? That's 291. And the Mustang, 147,000. So it's gonna be either this Mustang or the Charger, I think. Once we've done a few events, I'm assuming we can get our hands on about 100,000. And the Mustang Fastback, the newer model, is 200,000. So no. Let's see what the Shelby is. Shelby. That Shelby, yeah. 67,000. That might also be an option. That did not drift that bad in the Crew 1, so can gamble on that potentially. But we'll first do a few events and see what is going on. Because what's this here? Let's see. Oh yeah. We have to collect that. That is our perfect loot digger set for touring car. That is pretty good. That's the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna immediately put that on a car because we don't wanna. I have my parts. No, I don't have my parts on this one. Where are the parts? The parts are on the Ford GT. Now we're going to put the loot digger. Let's see what it has. Lucky 25.5% and Gold Finder 6%. If they all have that, then we are in good shape, because that basically means that we have maxed out this vehicle. By the looks of it, it does. 42% Gold Finder and 178.5% lucky. You're gonna get some good and lots of parts if you do some touring car events with this thing. That is for sure. Quickly gonna have a look in the pilot. We have something to collect, but I don't know in which car I am at the moment. There is a drift event, hot hat and the slippery we have, so that is fine. And there is an air race event. We have perfectionist and we have gateway as good as it can get, 24 out of 25. If we level up 2 more times, we can put that thing at maximum as well. Drifts, air race, jet sprint. Don't really need anything of these things for jet sprint, so that's fine. And then other than that, we have the most of the nitro perks on it, so that's also fine. And we have drifty 25 points, so that's pretty good for a jet sprint. But I don't know what I am in. That's a bit of a problem. There is a part to collect there, but I don't know where I am at. But yeah, seeing it is purple, it doesn't matter that much, right? Apparently we are on the BMW. I'm gonna select this drag car because that thing is not upgraded yet. How you do, Blue Way? Doing fine, trying to figure out where to put all these parts that I'm collecting. So, let's see. Did we figure it out properly? Yeah, we did. Not that it's great, but yeah, it's a little bit better. Okay, enough of that. Time to do the summit because the time is ticking. They're gonna do a maintenance at 10 AM European time, which is in about 2 hours from now. And the servers are gonna be down for about 3 hours at least. They're going to fix all kind of stuff which is related to the game, to the crew hub website. They're gonna match that out a little bit better, that you can see the leaderboards properly of all the events and such. And they're gonna fix all kind of glitches and exploits that people were using, which is related to the summit and skill tests and so on. So that's gonna take them a while. That's why the servers will be down for 3 hours. But yeah, we know how that goes. Once the servers are down, they sometimes need another half hour or another hour, and before you know it, it's evening. So that's why I'm here at 8 AM in the morning now. Let's start this, but that should be fine because normally we take about an hour and a half in this stream that I do every week for the summits, so that should be fine. We have a spree trap. That is already a problem, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, of course it's already a problem, because you can already see it. They are glitching their way into the speed trap again with 719.9. Frenetic and resourceful on the car, and then pressing it like crazy. Brake and nitro at the same time. If you put the brake power at 0, that is. And then that is how they do these things. 719, but we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to use a drag car or whatever it is that we can find. And of course, it's the master himself who is the first there on the leaderboard with that glitch. I don't understand that. If you win the summit every week, week after week, you really need to do this shit? Really? Get some slipstream in a drag car, you can do 720. Let's see. It's all yeah, Las Vegas Showdown, so it's all happening in and around Las Vegas, I'm assuming. It's even in the middle of Las Vegas. We're on the strip. Do we need manual? I don't know. We're gonna put it in sequential in case we do.
Want to drive like our racers? Ask if racing school is right for you at the Media Information Center.
Of course, the summit is not running for a long time. I'm pretty sure we can find some randoms here we can get some slipstream from, and then we can get... I don't know, we will see. This thing is not maxed out, so maximum speed of the drag cars and the game itself is 720 kilometers an hour, so yeah, we will see. That's not something we're gonna get with this car because we're under leveled, as we know. $576. What does that tell us? 113,000 points. Why are you in a hypercar, sir? Trying to do the glitch? 9. Not that great. But 526 we can get at some sort of speed. But we will leave it at that for now. Our weekly goal, as always, is 100,000 points in all the events. We have 113,000 already on this thing. The escape, quick look on the leaderboard. Tells us also more than enough that people are using the drag car here and driving around half the map. $17,000 meters, that's about 70 kilometers. My lord, my lord, my lord. Of course, because yeah, this one also starts in Las Vegas. No idea where I'm going from. Going to way to find a way out of Las Vegas and then drive out the map. Direction of Chicago or whatever. Let's see, where is the highway entrance? It's over there somewhere. Let's first have a look on the settings here. Why are they that low? Bereich 6 10 10 10 9 3. I have it set up like it should. It should steer normally. Okay, let's expand the minimap. There's no entry there. Need to find the entry to the highway. Might be a possibility. Through the salt flats. might make that actually. Left from the start, take right on the first turn. Left on the start, take right. First 54. Yeah, I read chat, Got 2 screens now. Things have improved. Left. Okay. Get away from the roundabout, I'm assuming. Not with an under-leveled vehicle, I think. I'm gonna do something else. Oh, come on.
One day hopefully we'll get well get right to units without being
That way, would that be a possibility? How long does it take before that circle gets here? Yep, it might be a possibility. I think we can get away there. Parts first because the settings from my main driver don't really work yet on this car. Point-wise, let's have a look on that first. Let's go to Kersti's route. Left on the start, first right, and 45 degrees. That's through the gas station, I'm assuming. Got me here. Okay. Too early. Too early. No intention driving around all the map. It's tier 2 map. I don't have enough parts yet. far enough to get 100,000 points. We don't miss the exit at this. Yo, what? See, that's why I don't play anymore. What do we get for this? 3,500. Okay, you need to just go big up to get 100,000 points in this. Try another. Get away. Fancy. This will be what the circle does. I guess we have no other way than to go Chicago wise. But even if we take that highway, we might get away there, but then we're stuck in the Cascades and the server's gonna catch up. I guess we have to do it now because also something with that traffic. Is it hearing? Yeah. It's something that they are going to fix. But we should be able to go this way and then maybe even hit the boosts on the salt flats to go. But this is good enough. Yeah, we're just looking for the 100,000 points basically. Escape, because yeah, we're a bit on a time limit with the maintenance coming in at 10 AM. What is this here? Escape. We don't need score breaker, but we also definitely don't need this jet sprint boat. Not something we need, eh? 101,000. That should be good enough. What is this here? Street race bike. Okay. Street race bike. We're gonna have a quick look on all the events first, so that we have a score already. What do we have on here? We have the score breaker on here. Maxed out with pure though. Could actually use that, I think. Because I don't have a nitrochemist set yet on this thing. So then I can as well use that score breaker. Because that is maxed out with pure. And what are we doing? The strips out. Okay.
2,
Another reset.
1.
Cut trap.
You're gonna win this easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Definitely not awake yet. Don't need anyone on a bike. Especially not on this track.
3, 2, 1.
We need pure and bender though.
You're so gonna win this one.
We don't take the jumps, obviously. Because it's always ground. Yeah, this one is. I take it because you can aim for that gap next to it, but just give it. You're gonna hit it more than you're not gonna miss. What do we have? 37. Not that bad to warm up. Should give us enough points, I think. 120,000. And we win 2 blue cards. Okie do. Really gonna scrap that thing. That's that. Not that bad start. With a jet sprint, a hypercar, Lamborghini. Yeah, we need to do a few more of these events because we need the money. Lamborghini. I don't have the Aventador, which is probably the one that you need because I think that one has the highest speed. And apparently we want some parts from the skill test. Yeah, Ventador. I don't have, but I do have the Veneno. Where are the parts? On the Chiron for some reason. This one I do have maxed out, but not interesting yellow parts or anything yet. Bulldozer, yeah, probably need that. We're dealing with AIs. We will take the Hurricane to do more than likely White Rock Hills. Going to Vegas. Oh, that's a different story. We'll try it with the Hurricane, but we'll probably need the Veneno then.
3, 2,
Because this is a highway track.
1.
I thought it was gonna be White Rock Hills.
Faster! Seriously, go faster!
Cruising speed, they're all doing around 460. Let us go to the Vista probably. We have all the cars. Hello Cruise. That's what this place is gonna be. Sort of similar like 2 weeks ago with Chiron. Crew event. That of course is till the glitches come out. Doing 790 kilometers an hour here on this part. But we'll see how that goes. Because if that is one of the glitches that they have fixed, and they're gonna fix it with the maintenance, then we need a reset of the lead boards. Because some people already used it in the first hour of the summit. disaster with racing. No matter how I set the settings, it still does not break. Like in Vegas. My god. What are they doing here? 320 or so? 118,000. Okay, let's have a look. Leaderboard. 328. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. All top players, please. Egoista. Pretty similar time. Slipstreaming. Or not, I don't know. That's what we will see. Destroyer, Kalanix. Who's Kalanix? Miku, I think. Destroyer, yeah, yo. Okay, I already got the picture. Which leaves us with a drift and areas and a jet sprint, and then we need to see if we have enough money, by the looks of it, on the rating that we are getting money here. It's gonna be the Shelby for our, for whatever that is there. Jet sprint. We do have the parts somewhere. I only have the Leopard, I think, on this driver. Yep. And we have a mix of all kind of yellow parts. 44% pure. Okay. Yeah, there's only one track that I know in Las Vegas. I'm assuming it will be that one. Yep.
3, 2, 1.
I'm sending our efforts to make for a great race.
By the way, you want to tell me why we're having a boat race in the desert?
Oh, can't change anything on this game, really. They have changed something on this. They have changed something on the drift. They have changed something on the jet sprints. It knows it so much up here. Drift car, they automatically drift now.
Now's the time for you to go all in.
Steer over there. So these ramps are a disaster for our type. 147 AM. $116,000 points. But in my opinion, this summit is its competition. It should at least be in some sort of hardcore mode or something. This whole thing is like, in normal mode you only win green and blue parts. Which also means that you, next to playing the summit, you also have to grind for your parts. If it would be hardcore, we would occasionally get some, at least some purple and then occasionally some yellow. Performance please. Settings. Why is that health picture so low? Let's try that. I wish these people stop messing with these things. Let's try again.
3, 2, 1.
Let's
Listen to
pool
the
our
engine.
efforts to make for a great
That's it.
race.
Let's win.
Wow, we have two voices running into each other there. Hero is Sophia.
By the way, you want to tell me why we're having a boat race in the desert?
You seem to have some ventilators on it. Because if I do a jump, the bar almost refills and I know. Want to tap the lean forward there as well, especially if you have a nitro chem set, because you might hit the bridge otherwise.
Now's the time for you to go all in.
$39. $125,000. That will do also for now. I know for a fact that they will be doing here 30 or so, if they are not already. Let's have a look. 34. That can go faster. Because I know that, for instance, Lodbocus already has a 32 on the event itself. That's for the jet sprint. Air race and drift we have left. Air race. Do we have the parts on here? Yeah. We have some Gateway Extreme Mode Perfectionist on it. We also have the points. Okay, that's fine. And I'm assuming it is the Las Vegas air race. In between the buildings. Tricky business.
Three,
Yep.
2, 1.
It's all gonna be over real soon.
129, that can be better. If we had all the gates. Perfect. Because you get 1 second bonus for every gate. You can even go a little bit slower.
3, 2,
And make sure that you have the gates. That works perfectly. Because then you get like, if you have
totally
like
got
perfect
this.
figure, you get, there we go, 1 second perfect. This is a tricky one. Keep it as low as possible because you have wind here. And it catches you right every time. There as well. The wind catches me, which makes me miss perfect gate. $127. I missed one or two, so it could have been at 125 or so. And I didn't even use the extreme button, so you can turn faster with the extreme if possible. But 122,000, that will do for now. What do they have here? 117 a core. What is either flying? Oh. The Waco of all planes. Supermarine, couple of Harmons as well. Yep, it will work. That leaves us with the drift, I guess. This one has no restrictions. That means that we can use the Mazda. Let's see. Yeah, only green and blue here. Yeah, that can't do anything with that. We need yellow parts. The drift. Let's see, what do we have in drifts? I should have the Mazda right. The first thing that you buy normally. Although I've noticed that on some tracks the BMW Z4 seems to be the best. Do we have this maxed out? Yeah, we do. With the boosted parts that we won from the summit 2 weeks ago, I think, and then also a couple of weeks ago the other parts. So we have 7 of these things. Slippery 14, which you need to get the multiplier at 173. And the hot head, yeah, that is in case you lose a multiplier, then it goes up faster again. Other than that, hot head not even that important. The slippery is. So you need, that thing needs to say slippery 123. That is that if you have 7 parts, 14, and also 25 points in the pilot menu on the slippery. And the car itself comes with a times 50 standard thing, so it is 123 plus the times 50, and that's where the multiplier comes from. Let's see what track it is. The West Commercial Bushibura event. Okay. Oh, I'm not in manual, am I?
2, 1.
That's what we thought, eh? Sometimes on some of the tracks it doesn't matter that much. On this one apparently it does. So we can just control the third gear a little bit better.
3, 2, 1.
You're totally owning the score.
Oh, you're kidding me. I post. That's also not a good idea. To do this after flying a plane. Especially to play on keyboard. And all those things that matter. Probably have to drive a bike first. And then come to the drift and then it steers better. It's like one of those things. Keyboard things don't get a lot of. Okay, let's have a look. The wonderful green parts. Settings. Let's see. 2825. I'm gonna put that rear grip on 9. I've done the same on my other driver because I don't know. They have. It seems to me that they have changed something on these cars. And that they break out easier. They made it easier to drift with the cars or something like that. But I always had these settings, they work perfectly, but let's do another run because also this doesn't matter that much. I think there is a certain score on something like the Terminal D and Miami.
2,
If you reach 500,000 points or more,
1.
you're pretty close to each other. You all score 150,000 points something. Which was sort of the same if I would not lose the multiplier. You're sort of going to get that, no matter if you score 500, 600, 700,000. Not gonna hit that light post one. Yeah, put another one here. $6.49.
Sun in your eyes? Pick up one of our race local baseball caps or visors.
157,000 points apparently, summit-wise that means. How do you do the race where you have to use a drift car? I can't seem to pass it. I'm assuming you're meaning this one. It's pretty simple. The restriction is Drift USA. You need to have a USA drift car, otherwise you cannot participate in this thing unless you are in a crew. If your crew leader has an American drift car, then you can sort of borrow it, loan it if you're in a crew. I'm assuming you can do this thing in a crew. You can with most of the other events except for the skill tests. Which brings us to the same point, sort of. We need that drift car, and we also have it locked, so we need to buy a drift car. We have 149,000. So what were our options again? Yeah, we have to go out of here anyway. But that's not that bad. Come on, what's this? Let's go collect that whatever it is. $1,500 crew credits. We'll take it. That also put us in HQ, which is very convenient because it is the LA HQ. Then we can immediately have a look on the drift cars. We need an American drift car. Okay, let's see. What are the cheapest that we can get? The Shelby, obviously. But the thing is, we need a drift car and we need to throw it over a street race car, right? Or a street race track. One of the better street race cars is the Viper, but we cannot afford that, I'm assuming. $314,000 that thing is. I think I'm gonna go for the Focus. Yeah. Not advisable, probably. No, I need to check something first. I need to check what they are actually doing on that thing. Is that thing point based or time based? Can we see the leaderboards? It is time based. It is the Strip West. They're all using the Acura, which you can win Stingray, Viper. Okay, so it is time based. That's a bit of a problem. That is a bit of a problem. So we need, like, in a way, the fastest dragster on a track. I'm gonna go for the Focus and we'll see. We just need a score basically. SVT. Why do we have SVT? I mean, it's an RS. Okay. We will use the box. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can put this thing on. We don't need the drift party. Do you have anything anywhere except the perfect set? No, guess not. And then we have to take them off. Which is one of those bright ideas that they had, but now we are all here with our slippery hot head parts. And now we have another problem. We need to mess with these settings. Brake balance. This is 4-wheel drive. Something like that. This is not 4-wheel drive. No, it's front-wheel drive. We don't have a differential distribution, so I'm assuming it's not 4-wheel drive. This drift spec. Let's see what that says. Amazing drift car, obviously. We'll have some sort of drift dip on it. Okay, that might actually work, but we need to fiddle around with it a bit more. Put one more click down. Brake distance. Yeah, we need to give it full powers no matter what. What if we stiffen the rear? Would that help? Let's see. Or do we have to really dive into the corners? Can't touch the brake. Because then it drifts in the corner. Okay, we'll see. We will see what it does. What is it? 9 AM? It is unlocked at least. What is this? West? Oh my god. The strip west. Let me
3,
think about it. How does that go again? Is that the
2,
one with the jump?
1.
Yeah, of course.
Fingers are crossed. Yeah, victory dance,
Yeah,
here I
right,
come.
yeah. That needs to come back. And less steering probably, because otherwise it's always going to slide in the corners. Let's see, let's put that motor there. No. Okay, gearbox is fine. Yeah, I need full grip. Doesn't do anything. Maybe a bit more to the front, but we need more grip as well. We have all the grip that we can get. Just gonna put it on a race setup and see what happens. Something like that. Wait a minute. Makes it difficult. Okay. Something like that, I think we're gonna try. See if we can do any better with that setup. Less steering. You can't throw it in the corners because then it starts acting like a drift car, obviously. Why didn't we get any points? We did finish, didn't we? Okay. Guess I missed something.
Three, two,
It's a race, get the top 3.
1.
Yeah. I have no intention of getting into the top 3.
I don't know why anyone else is even bothering.
My intention is to win this race. This one feather. Interesting concept. Take a drift car and throw it over a racetrack. But yeah, somehow we made it. There are a few things we need to do. delete these things to begin with. Put these things back on 1, 2, 8, 2, 5. That's where we had it. That is the general settings for a normal drift car, and they go for all of the drift cars. So if you have done the drift event, or if you want to do the drift event again, you need to put those settings back. The ones on the bottom here, that doesn't matter that much, because that's for the car itself, so you can keep those. It's still sliding a bit too much, so I'm gonna have to play around, I think, with the camber and the suspension and the anti-roll bars to make it a little bit more stiffer, so that I can actually take the corners. Now I have to play around with the throttle way too much. But nevertheless, we got a time there, and it was not even that bad at this moment in time. What do we have? Oh, 253, 38, whatever that is. But that doesn't matter. We have the 100,000 points in every single event. Our weekly goal has been reached in a bit of an interesting summit. Whether it not, of course, that there are all those problems here and there. Specifically over here, where people are abusing the FX glitch to do the 719.9, and that same car they are using here, and more than likely that glitch will also work in that Hypercar event. Not saying they are using it at this moment in time. You can also do a run with Slipstream here. But one day or another, a solo guy will show up here with that glitch, doing super speeds on the highway over there, on that going to Vegas track. Should be fixed in about 45 minutes, at least I think that's what they're gonna fix. They were gonna fix all kind of exploits and such, they said. So the game is gonna be going down for about 3 hours 45 minutes from now. We are 47th at the moment, with 1200 players ranked at this moment in time. We are about 3 hours after the release of this summit. So yeah, that is yeah, it's gonna be sharp. It's gonna be sharp. It's gonna be a score around the top 3000, I think, by next week, if I would just leave it like this. Of course, I'm not going to leave it like this. I'm going to figure out to stiffen up that car a little bit more. Here, over here, yeah, there is not much we can do here. We scored 649,000. First place is 710,000. But as you can see, we all score 157,000 summit points. As soon as you have 500,000 points, you more or less all score the same. 157,000 points. So summit wise points, yeah, once you have a score over 500,000, you're good to go in the drift. That escape of scores is something that we need to figure out. Because what I also, yeah, let's go back there for a second. Because I use a drag car here, which is totally not upgraded. It doesn't steer that great. And I have a 340 Formula 1 car sitting here. Can as well use that, then, eh? Oh, great. Good morning. Now we suddenly have traffic. Yeah. Big difference, eh? First time we came here, we had no traffic. Really? Yeah. Of course. Let's try that again, shall we? Love these rocks in the off-road. 11,800 meters. We sort of doubled our score just by taking a Formula 1 car instead of a unleveled drag car. 151,000. That's more like it. Which suddenly puts us in 27th overall out of the 1200 which already have a rank. 1.2 million and 32,000. That more than likely will be enough for the platinum. Top 3,000 by the end of Wednesday. 10,000 meters. Elias, well, on my other driver, more than likely gonna have to use the drag car, and we're just gonna drive to Chicago. Top 10, yes, we can check it. Why doesn't it show me? First myself and then the top. Okay. Top 10, your 7th, Agorsi. A car in first. Monk Zera, don't even know that guy. Paraglider. Then in Germany, pretty sure they're using the glitch thing, and the rest doesn't probably load. Miku in 15th, Destroyer, another one of those I think. But yeah, this is a bit of a problem, eh? If you ask me. I need to have a talk to the devs about this. Clicks byte. Chevrolet Corvette Stingray. Now you see, this is a score that you can get by using Slipstream in a drag car. But these first three here, you cannot get that in Slipstream. So they are all three glitch abusers. And if they're gonna fix that glitch in 30 minutes in the maintenance, here's another one. Yeah, basically anything which is not a drag car. Here, this guy. Interesting. This guy's using a powerboat in a speed trap. So this guy thinks it's interesting to fall with a boat from the sky using a plane switching and then aim for that speed trap. But yeah, you can go faster with a drag car, so why would you do the trouble of dropping out of the sky with a boat? Some people just don't think occasionally. Maybe because they don't have a drag car, that might be possible. Everything over 700 is glitched. No, not really. Not really, because for instance, in the drag cars, if you do slipstream, you can do 720. We had it in the Las Vegas, that drag thing there. That was glitched if you did it solo with the gearbox. But you can get 720 kilometers an hour in a drag car with in slipstream. This is a speed trap, so this is that happens in open world. So you can go there with your friends and slipstream. We did it last week as well. A friend of mine, she couldn't get like a very good score. She was scoring 500 something, and then I slipstream her on the racetrack there, and she eventually got 636. So slipstream definitely works, but I don't know if you can get 720 there in the middle of Las Vegas. Probably, seeing it's on the strip. It's a pretty long straight, so should test it out if we can actually get it there. Slipstream works on if you go to the salt flatter, so you can test it. So it is achievable, but the fact is, it's not achievable in the Hypercar. But those are the kind of things that they're going to fix, and that's where the problem comes in. If they fix it, which is a good thing, in the maintenance, which is upcoming in the next 3 hours, some of the scores are already set. It might be possible that they reset them. We will see. Because I'm assuming that also, looking at those names there, what was it? Glitched. It might be possible. Let me have a look. Seems to be more or less normal times, I think. I have to check it on my other drivers. I don't have the Egoista here. Nor do I have proper parts for the Hurricane, which I do have. And maybe the Veneno is even faster than the Hurricane. I haven't tested that because it's a highway track. So that can be improved for sure. This one, yeah, if we can figure it out. to make that car a little bit stiffer in the corners so that it doesn't drift that much. It's an interesting event though, this one. Use a drift car on a racetrack. The bike can also go faster, obviously. What did we do there? 137, yeah, can go faster. Times around 130 should be possible. Faster as well, but not for me. But 30, 31, 32 something I can do, I think. With the bike on that track. The escape is also I'm assuming the best one is the Frauscher. Yeah. Frauscher with the nitro chemist set. Pure extra pump. 6,000 meters by the looks of it. So that can go faster as well. The escape is pretty much okay, because there you have the 150,000. 151 I have. Let's have a look. $157,000 is sort of like in the drift. It's like some sort of maximum score. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. If you drive more than 50 kilometers, you score 157,850, because that's what they all have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the same score. And this guy has 1 point less, but he has also he didn't reach the 50 kilometers. He reached only 48. So yeah, that is sort of like with the aerobatics last week or so. Yeah, at this moment in time the hypercar is legit, yeah. I think so. So then they might leave it like that. But for instance, 2 weeks ago there was like, what was it? Big Land? 220 teams were doing with 3-4 people in slipstream. And then a few of the whatchamadoodles showed up and they did a 205. So that was sure glitched. Whatever it takes to win for some people. Week after week, year after year. That being said, we reached our goal. I'm gonna leave it like it is here now, because the game goes down for a couple of hours. Should be in about 30 minutes from now. It goes down for at least 3 hours, and that is if they do not have any issues. There we go. The game will enter maintenance mode in 30 minutes. That is my cue to call it a day. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.